Hello, this is GOBIZ, and I am doing this video in the middle of Hurricane Ian here in Florida. Anyway, thank goodness, with God's blessings, we are safe. And because I am in Central Florida, we were lucky enough that we were able to escape like the really worst part of Hurricane Ian. But right now, as I am doing this video, the winds and the rain is still going on outside. I hear some sirens going. But anyway, I thought, okay, let me take advantage of the time that I had to share something about Navy Federal because I have some messages asking me about things and also actually sharing things that they were not able to do with Navy Federal because of some things they did. Now, on this video, let's talk about a few things that you should never do with Navy Federal, even if you're not a member yet or you are already a member. Just 5 things that I think are very common things that I found out and our community members have also shared never to do with Navy Federal. There may be a lot more out there that you can think about never to do with Navy Federal, and if you do, please share that here. But for now, I will just discuss the 5 very common things that I noticed you should never do with Navy Federal. Number 1 thing that I think you should never and should not do with Navy Federal is lie about your membership and your affiliation with a family member to be able to get with Navy Federal or to become a member of Navy Federal. And this has happened already. I think just the other day, one of these people and these individuals I know actually mentioned that there was an audit from Navy Federal and actually finding out about your membership. You can potentially lose a lot of the benefits that you have with Navy Federal if they find out that you lied about your membership on how you got into Navy Federal. And I don't know how the process was done, but apparently there was an audit and for these individuals and they lost their membership. If you have any knowledge of how this was done and how Navy Federal did this, I would appreciate it very much if you can share it with a group so we will be aware because not everybody is eligible for membership with Navy Federal. Number two that you should not do once you become a member of Navy Federal is stay complacent and do nothing once you become a member. I think this is a very common mistake because there are a lot of new members out there who do nothing with their Navy Federal membership once they become a member. They establish a checking account and savings account and they stop right there. And they try to apply for a credit card before 30 days and guess what? They are denied. So number 2 thing to remember, once you become a member of Navy Federal, do not stay put. Make sure you start that relationship building right away. If you have a checking and a savings account, use their products right away. The easiest ones to get into is the Easy Certificates and the Savefirst account. It takes only $55 to start those 2 accounts. $5 for the Savefirst account and $50 for the Easy Certificates account. And these 2 are quite what you call forced savings because it has a term of how long you're going to save for that account. Okay, so it is a great Navy Federal relationship builder. The second thing that I think one should do once you become a member of Navy Federal is to make sure that you start a direct deposit. Direct deposit is a big thing with Navy Federal and it's a big internal credit booster because guess what? Navy Federal is a credit union and the more money that comes to the credit union, the more money it can lend to other members and use for other products. This is how a credit union exists and survives. So direct deposit, something you should remember because it is a big thing with Navy Federal. They can also use it as a basis on about your ability to be able to repay a loan. So think about that. There are other products out there, different certificates. You may have an auto loan, you may have a mortgage, but even if you start with the easy, simple things like how I shared in my journey, I was able to avail of a lot of benefits, and a lot of members also have done the same thing. So that's number 2. Make sure you do not stay put and you do not stay complacent once you become a member of Navy Federal. The number 3 item on my list is that do not and never apply for a Navy Federal credit card without doing the pre-qualification first. And I don't know why there are still many folks out there who try to apply for a Navy Federal credit card and not go through the pre-qualification first. You risk incurring a hard pull on your credit report, on your TransUnion, and being denied for a credit card because you did not do the pre-qualification first. When you do the pre-qualification first, it gives you a clearer picture of which credit cards you qualify for, or even if not the unsecured credit cards, you can always get started with the Navy Federal and Reward secured credit card, which I feel is still the best secured credit card around in trying to boost and build your personal credit. So before attempting to apply for a Navy Federal credit card, make sure you do the pre-qualification either on your phone or on. Number 4 item on my list is that once you already have a credit card with Navy Federal, wait 91 days to 100 days before you apply for another credit card or ask for a credit limit increase. I don't know what it is with Navy Federal, but usually if you tend to apply for a credit card, another credit card, before the 91 to 100 days, I would play it safe and go for 100 days at least, so you have a better chance, is that you will have a greater chance of being denied when you apply ahead of time. So I think they just want to see that your profile, your accounts have already been seasoned, kind of, before they would give you another credit card. And a lot of our members also have shared that they tried to apply before the 91 days or 100 days, and they were denied even if they have like a 780, 760 credit score. And that is still a possibility. You may get lucky sometimes that you would get approved, because we do have some members that they are about 2 to 3 weeks into Navy Federal and they got approved for a credit card. But as a rule, just wait for that 91 days or 100 days before you apply for another credit card or a credit limit increase. Number 5 is very, very, very important, and is something that Navy Federal is very, very sensitive about, and that is late payments. Okay, make sure that you are never late on paying your credit cards or loans with Navy Federal, because that can really heavily impact your scoring with them, your internal score with them. So the thing is, with Navy Federal, the trick is to put everything on auto pay. And I don't know if you may have another technique of doing that, but just make sure that you are not late on payments, because it will affect your future chances of being able to avail of their high limit credit cards or other products. And this is really something with Navy Federal. They don't like late payments, because I think it is a kind of it is a measure of your trustworthiness and you're being responsible with your accounts. So you won't be late. Do everything on auto pay. Again, these are very simple reminders, just simple things to never do and things that you should not do when you are a member of Navy Federal. Okay, I hope that I was able to just provide that to you. And if ever you have any other information or awareness of how Navy Federal is when it comes to things that one should not do, please share that in the comment section below and share your personal experience with any of the Navy Federal products and things that you think you should not do because Navy Federal doesn't like it. Okay, so anyway, again, this is Motions Biz in the midst of Hurricane Ian, reporting to you and sharing this video. I hope you guys are okay. For those in Southwest Florida, I hope you're okay. God bless you. Hope everything will be all right. And again, thank you so much for following this channel. I will see you on my next video.